What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a product review. So if you guys go on adventures like we do, you will know that having a cooler with you is something that is a necessity. So whether you're going to the theme parks, maybe you're going out on the boat, maybe you're traveling and doing some camping like we oftenly do, coolers are just one of those things that you have to keep all of your food and drinks cold. Now, most of these coolers are identical in the fact that to keep them cold, you have to keep them jam-packed full of ice. That is kind of an inconvenience because when you start to run out of ice, then you gotta go to the store. Maybe you have to keep checking this to make sure that your food is actually cold and all the ice hasn't melted. I'm sure that all of you have run into this at one time or another, where you go to reach in for some hamburgers into the cooler and they are completely full of water and all nasty and soggy. Well, today I'm gonna show you guys something that will eliminate all of those issues. So if you guys hate going to the store and having to buy ice, and you also hate possibly reaching in and grabbing some of that soggy meat that I was talking about, this product is going to help eliminate all of those issues. So let's take a look at the ICECO JP60 Pro. So not only is this a standard roto-molded style cooler that's gonna keep your ice for days, you also don't ever actually have to put ice in this whatsoever. It has a built-in compressor, making this a 3-in-1 cooler, fridge, and freezer combo. So if you need to freeze something, you can set this all the way down to 0 degrees. And in our testing, it will actually hold 0 degrees without any issue because of how well insulated this cooler is. Now, there are a lot of different coolers on the market that are similar to this, but none built with the same quality parts. This actually has the secop multi-speed compressor in it, so it's gonna draw less wattage and it's also going to last much longer. So they give this a 5-year warranty on the compressor on this. It just goes to show you the amount of quality that goes into these compressors. All right, so let's take a look inside the JP60 and just see how much room there actually is. So flip the lid open. You can see there is quite a lot of storage here. It is very, very deep. And then you also have this little like shelf area where you can put like yogurts and creamers and all kinds of different stuff. It will not be as cold in this area, but it will still be cold enough to keep normal stuff cold. You can see they also put a sticker here showing you the water line. This is for if you're gonna fill this full of ice. They don't want it up above this because water could get into the compressor area. So just make sure if you are gonna put ice in there that you only fill it up here. Now I will say, just by opening it, one thing that I really like is this rubber gasket they've put here. This is gonna keep all that cool inside and make this much more efficient. So a lot of the cheaper coolers you'll see with like foam gaskets, but this has a nice rubber gasket, which I really like to see. So if you are gonna be using this on a boat, you do get measuring tape and they show it in inches and in centimeters. And then you also get these 4 little cup holders. Now I do wish these cup holders were a little deeper because they're not gonna hold your drinks super well. So as you can see, like I said, the drink holders, they're very, very shallow. So they don't hold a cup very well. So obviously that's super easy to spill unless you have something like this toadfish. And the toadfish actually sticks very, very well to this. So if you guys have never seen this, we'll do a whole review on these. But these toadfish drink cup holders are awesome. You can't knock them over sideways, but you can pick them right up, which is really, really cool. So we use these a lot, and they work really well on this. So speaking of drinks, when you have bottles and stuff that you need to open, they actually have an included bottle opener here, which I really like. And then when we take a look at this display, it is super easy. You have your up and down arrows for your temperature. You have your settings button that will put you into either max or eco. And then you have your power button. It's that simple. There's really nothing to it. And the display is definitely bright enough to see it during the day or the night. As we hop back over to the JP60, one of the things that I actually love about this is that it is a plastic design. So you're not ever gonna have to worry about this thing getting those rust spots like some of the other metal coolers. So I actually really like that, especially for me and Nikki. We like to go camping a lot and it's in kind of harsh environments a lot. So having something that you can take with you camping and not have to worry about it rusting is actually fantastic. Another great feature of the JP60 that I really love are these wheels. Now these wheels are detachable, they come right off, so if it's something that you don't want on there, it's no big deal. 2 little wing nuts and you can have these wheels off in the matter of a few seconds. But when you have this cooler loaded down with, let's say, 100 pounds of stuff, it's gonna make it much easier to roll it in and out of your camper, roll it in and out of your tent, whatever you're doing with it, it's gonna just make it easier for travel and to get it to where you want it to go. Another great feature of this cooler that I really enjoy are these locks on here. So you can just pull them up just like a standard cooler, and they're locked. So it's gonna keep any type of critters and stuff out of your actual food. So one of the great things about a cooler like this is its versatility. So if you're traveling in your car, maybe you're gonna throw this in a boat, you literally just grab the included cord, you plug it into your cigarette lighter, whether that be in your car or your boat, you plug the other end of the cooler, and then you can set the temperature on this with the digital display. So let's say that you get to wherever you're going and they have a normal wall outlet and maybe you're in a hotel now. Well, that's also not an issue because they give you an included adapter. You just plug this in, plug the other end into the wall, and now this will run off 120 volts. So pretty much no matter where you're at, you can plug this in. So whether you're going to a hotel, whether you're at a friend's house, maybe you just want to bring your own food and drinks with you, this thing is that versatile, and it's gonna make traveling so much easier because you can literally go from the car to the hotel and never skip a beat with this. Because it does have that high efficiency compressor in it, you can also run this on like a Jackery box or a solar panel type setup. That's not how we normally use this because 90% of the time when we go camping, we have some form of power, so we will just plug this in. But if you guys are out there doing some like outlanding and you have a solar panel setup, you could easily run this off of solar panels, being that it only runs about 60 watts. So I did mention that this is a 3-in-1. So like I said, you can set this all the way down to 0 degrees, making it a freezer. You could bump it up into the mid 30s, making it a great refrigerator. Or if you don't have power at all and you really need just a regular cooler, you can throw ice in this and turn this into a regular cooler as well. So it meets all three of those needs. So obviously with anything, guys, there are some pros and cons. So we're gonna go over the list of pros and cons right now with this. So first of all, a pro on this is that you literally don't ever have to buy ice again. You can take it in your car, in your boat, in a hotel, in your house, whatever. You know, maybe you're leaving the state for a hurricane. You can pack up all your food in here, take it in your car, and you don't have to worry about it. So the pros is that the versatility of this is amazing and that you never have to buy ice again. So imagine how many camping trips you guys go on a year or how many times you take out the boat. You're gonna save that much money in ice. Another pro about this cooler, I think, are the wheels. I really love the fact that you can wheel this around. You guys notice, like on the bigger coolers, when you get them full, it is very difficult to maneuver them. This is our 65 quart Pelican, and you can see that it has wheels on it also, making it very easy to move around the campsite or just in general, needing to fill it, taking it back and forth inside and outside of houses. It's just much easier with wheels, so I'm glad they included those wheels. Now, unlike the Pelican that the wheels are always there, this you can actually take the wheels off of. So if you don't like having the wheels, it's a quick and simple 2-second ordeal. You can take the wheels right off of this, super, super easy. Another fantastic pro about this is the 5-year warranty on that compressor. So you're not gonna have to worry about this for 5 whole years. You can be assured this thing is gonna last you a lifetime of awesome adventures, which I really, really enjoy. Another thing that I really, really like about this is the fact that it's actually a roto-molded style cooler. So roto-molded style coolers are very, very durable and they hold ice very, very well. So not only do you have the versatility of a regular normal cooler, you also have that ability to change this into a freezer or fridge. So that is a great pro. Now there are a few cons and I wanna talk about that right now. Okay, so the first off is I do like these hinges and I like the fact that you can actually lock this cooler and keep animals and stuff out. What I wish they would have done though is made them a little bit tighter. So what happens when you open this, you get the cooler open, these just flop forward. So what happens when you go to close this is they get in the way every time. So you always have to go in here with your fingers and get them out of the way. Some of our other coolers, this is actually a little bit tighter. So when you open them, they actually stay out. I wish these were like that, but they are just not. So this is a pretty small item, but this drain, I do wish that it had some type of a cord on it so where it would stay with the cooler and you wouldn't lose it. I just think that's a great feature. I do like that it has a drain. I just wish that they would have attached it to the cooler somehow. So I think lastly, the only other thing that I just don't like about this is the way that they have the cord set up. So this is your normal cord. This side goes into a cigarette lighter and then the other side plugs into the cooler. Now, if you want to run this into a wall outlet, you have to use this provided adapter. What I don't like about it is the way that they hook this up is with one of these sockets. So this is just like kind of a point of failure. So if you're in your car or maybe you're in a boat or if you're out camping, you can easily get like water or dirt and stuff down inside of here and possibly make this connection not as good as it could be. So I wish they would have put an AC adapter on the actual cooler to where you could just plug in an AC cord right into the cooler instead of having to use this adapter, but it's all pretty minuscule stuff. Now, when ICECO reached out to us and asked us about doing a video on their cooler, we started asking around when we were out at the different campsites to see if anybody had actually heard of this company or had one of these that we could actually check out before we got our own ICECO. And we ran into a few people that actually had them, and they all loved them. We never ran into anybody that had really any issues. In fact, one of the people that we ran into said that they had left the ICECO on their boat for over 3 years and it still operated fine. I'll show you guys some pictures here. ICECO does not really recommend some of their coolers for saltwater use because they are a metal box. So you can see here that there is a little bit of surface rust, but this was left on a boat in saltwater and not washed nor taken care of whatsoever. And this thing still functions absolutely perfect. All right, guys, so if you are looking for a new cooler, I definitely recommend that you check out ICECO. They have a bunch of different options. So whether you need a bigger cooler or a smaller cooler, or maybe even a dual zone that we plan to do a review on later on, they have you covered. And I will leave links to the ICECO website down below so you can check out all of the different products that ICECO has to offer. We appreciate you guys being with us on this adventure. We hope we helped you guys make an informed decision on whether or not this cooler is right for you. We appreciate you guys smashing that like button for us. It helps us know that we did a good job, and it lets people like ICECO know that you guys enjoyed our videos. So we do appreciate the support. We will see you guys on the next adventure.